Hi Pisces, happy June. I hope you're doing well. Okay. All right, guys. I already laid the cards out. What I think you're doing is I think that we'll go through the cards. I haven't looked at them. Um, but I think I know where this is going to go. I think that you come into June a little confused. Okay. I think that there is forgiveness in this month, more recognition of the part you played in where your life is now, where it was, what got you here, what, it's more taking responsibility for things so that they can be released. I think that that's basically where we're going. Okay, I think you're trying to expand both internally and externally, but I think you may get to a certain point and get stuck. And I think that that really has to do with things you've either been through and are still hanging on to, or people that you're blaming for where you are right now. Or I just feel there's a lot of unresolved internal conflict. Okay, and I'll show you why too. Okay, the energy we come in with is the High Priestess, right? That is our conscience also. I think you're really diving deep this month, okay? We've got the Moon card, okay? We've got the Two of Coins. We've got the Nine of Cups, which is great because I'm gonna say the confusion clears, or at least you get it pinpointed as to where it is. Allow yourself, like I say, to come undone. Just allow it, because in that putting things back together is where we find those missing pieces. Okay, so in the middle of the month we've got the Ace of Coins. Beautiful, right? We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the Hermit. Towards the end of the month we've got Judgment. We've got the Seven of Coins. And we've got the Four of Coins. Okay, now, I think what you are doing, I think the beginning of the month, I think you're trying to move forward in your life in some area, and I think that you're hitting resistance through self-doubt, through your value, holding grudges, blaming other people for your life being where it is because of this something, right? I think you're really diving deep. And like I say, I feel very strongly that you need to allow yourself to be confused. Okay? Allow yourself to really not know why you feel like you feel or where it's coming from. Because when you do that, in that space, when you give it space, it'll show you where it's at. Okay? Because in the middle of the month here, that Page of Swords is you really contemplating. But I think you're pushing too hard and trying too fast to resolve something here. Let it undo. Let it play out in its own time, okay? I see that it does, okay? But at the beginning of the month, I think with the High Priestess and the Moon card, there's things that you're not either trusting in yourself. Look at what's being mirrored back to you, right? Look at the people in your life. Are you meeting people? Are they crossing your path? Are they in your life? Are they the people that people in our lives are mirrors, right? So where I'm going with this is, are the things that are coming to you, the things that are being attracted to you, the things that you are attracting, the people in your life, the things that you're doing, right? Your jobs, this, that. Are they what you're trying to portray, or is that where the confusion is? Is there a mismatch there? Okay, because the people and the things in our lives are mirroring back to us where we're at. So if you're in relationships that you think people are acting inappropriately, you've got to look at how you're showing up to this, okay, and take responsibility for that. If you're trying to, you know, I don't think that this card is so much trying to juggle external forces. I think what you're trying to juggle are some things within yourself. You know, maybe why I do the things that I do. Why do I trip myself up? Why do I talk to myself this way? A lot of this too is self-talk. In the middle of the month, you've got that Ace of Coins. That is a very grounding seed, right? It's health, wealth, well-being. It's a great card, right? And you've got the Page of Swords. That is someone who just, it's the energy of, you know, being hurt in the past and never really finding a place for it, and now it shows up in the relationships that you're currently in, right? And you find yourself not trusting people. And are they doing something that's warranting that, right? Or, you know, are you doing things that are not above board and that's being mirrored back to you? Things like that, right? You've also got the Hermit here, which is a card of really stepping back for a minute and really just looking at where you've been, pulling on that knowledge, right? If we don't release things from childhood, if we're still angry at our parents, right, for how we were raised, or we think that our life is where it is now because they never did this, this, or this, right? There's a statute of limitations on that. When we can no longer blame, you know, our how we grew up and our family and all of this for where we're at in our lives, we now need to take responsibility for that, for where we are, right? And we need to step up to the plate and really just be more discerning with the people that we're allowing in, right? The things that we're doing. Is our moral compass in the right place, right? A good check with that is look around your surroundings. Look at the people that are in your lives, right? Look how people are coming at you. Are you sending out a vibe that is attracting that, or are you just being misunderstood, right? Because I think you're trying to expand your life. I really do. I think you're trying to, because you've got the Ace of Coins too, and you can absolutely do it. It's just, I think that you may have opportunities, but you get hung up because this nugget here has not been released. So I think that in June is what you're really trying to release. And I think it sets you free because you've got the Nine of Cups here, which means that you've released all that and you know now the things that you really value, right? You know the value of health. You know what real wealth and well-being mean, right? You know what your necessities are in life, right? And that comes from allowing yourself to be undone, right? Allow yourself to be broken open so that you can really see where this is, deal with it, and cast it free. Because in the end of the month, you've got Judgment. This is a card of a wake-up call, of going in a new direction, but it's a card that, you know, we're judged as we judge. So if we're judging people, right, you better make sure that, you know, casting that stone, that you know, you've done nothing wrong in life. And if that's the case, that means you're not living life. So my point is that you're being asked to go in a different direction, yes, but you're asked to release and forgive the past. That doesn't mean you have to forgive what the people did or what the situations were. It means you no longer hold it in your energy. You release it. It's done. It's done. You can't resurrect crap from the past. You've just got to find a place for it, right? Be okay. Resolve it and let it go. And sometimes that means, you know what? I'm an adult now. I'm healthy and I'm upright. I've got to take responsibility. I've got to get in the helm, in the driver's seat of my life and take responsibility for that and stop blaming people from the past, right? Okay. Because you've also got the Seven of Coins. That's a card of taking what you've got and bringing it forward. Taking your life from where it is, not the past. Take your life from where it is and bring it forward. Okay? That's what that card is. And be patient with yourself in that process. There's no marathon here. Okay? I think you're trying to break speed barriers and you're just trying to get out of this feeling, I think is what you're trying to do, and propel yourself forward. But you've got to do that in the right way. Let the timing occur on its own. Okay, and it's going to show you, it's going to clear it, and you won't have to keep hitting this resistance. It'll be cleared for good, okay? Because the outcome card, again, very much like the Nine of Cups at the beginning, okay? And I think through this introspection here, taking this time for yourself and pulling on the past, and really, with the High Priestess, the Moon card, and the Hermit, you're diving deep, okay? So it's most likely going to be a very emotional month for you, but do it, because once you do it, it's done. It's not going to resurrect itself and come back to haunt you. You've looked at the monsters, you've opened the door, you've been under the bed, everything's out, right? Nothing can hurt you at this point, right? Okay. So with the Nine of Cups, I'm going to say yes, again. You now know what your cups are filled with because you're at the helm of your life. Okay, if you look at this, this really does even look like the Wheel of Fortune, right? Times are changing, seasons change, time changes, right? It goes on, and you've got a new beginning here. That's the most grounded seed. That's wealth, okay? Someone could have passed away, right? And now you're having to deal with the ghosts of all of that stuff that wasn't resolved. It's okay. Do it. It's presenting itself for a reason. Deal with it and be done with it. Okay? You have the key that sets you free. You do. You've had it all along. Okay? Now, this Four of Coins here is a card of just saying, you know, I've worked really hard to get where I am. Pentacles are day to day, right? They're the things that we value, the things that we hold on to, the things that we release. The things now here in this Four is that you're starting to get a foundation for yourself that's yours, that really is built on the qualities of yourself, right? Because you've released all the crap from the past, okay? Ground yourself in this is what I'm going to say to you. Be open. Listen to your guides. Listen to your intuition. You're really being asked to listen to your intuition, but you've got to anchor this stuff in a way that you can be productive on a day-to-day life in this physical world. You've got to have your feet planted on the ground, but be wise enough to trust your intuition. It's the as above, so below. You know, I know what you're doing here. You're trying to, don't try to dictate this. Let it show itself. And then ask yourself, where is this coming from? And deal with it. You've got all the answers, all the tools that you need to do this. Okay? Because clearly, you sit smack in the middle of this reading as you want answers. You're demanding answers. But I think you're pushing too hard. You're pushing too hard. You've not healed from something, and I throw that word healed out there because you're still broken from something, right? I think that, you know, someone may have instilled the fear of whatever in you, right? And now you question every move that you make. I think you're wanting expansion. It's here for you. You've just got to deal with a few little demons here, and then you go your own way, okay? Put them to rest. See where they're coming from, why they're affecting you in the way that they're affecting you, and they'll set you free. They really will, okay? I see expansion here for you. I see that you release things, okay? I'm really going to ask you to own your part in things. Take responsibility. By that I mean, I'm not saying if someone abused you, take your responsibility for that. No, what I'm saying is you take responsibility for your life now and you let that go. You set that free in whatever that way it is for you. This new moon will help you do that, but you've got to be able to anchor your day-to-day life and live that in a productive manner. Okay? You've got to, as above, so below. You've got to go forward in your life here, and you do. And I think that the clouds clear, the confusion clears, and you really are set free to go in a new path. And you've got it sitting here in the middle of the month. So I think you come into June with this, but I think by the middle of the month you're kind of getting your footing. By the end of the month you absolutely have it. Okay, so I think that that's wonderful. Okay. Thank you so much, Pisces. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I will be more than happy to do anything for you. Okay? Thank you so much.